Yeah, Mr. D-O-double-R. I say, yeah, buddy, rolling like a big shot. Chevy tuned up like a NASCAR pit stop. Fresh paint job, fresh inside. Is the outside frame in the trunk wide? Or the real big, do it right good. Lean back, right hand on the pine wood. Cream on the inside, clean on the outside. Cream on the inside, clean on the outside. Cream on the inside, clean on the outside. Ice cream paint job. Cream on the inside, clean on the outside. Cream on the inside, clean on the outside. Cream on the inside, clean on the outside. Ice cream paint job.
Yes.
Clean on the outside, cream on the inside. Ice cream paint job.
Okay.
Got screens on the dash, what to say by the bill. Got a house by the bayside. Yeah, I'm living like that. And I'm riding like that. Boy, I'm riding like that. In the steering wheel wood like a baseball bat. Just like Archie said, we ready. Whole click straight, lunatics like Billy. Red Marquis paint job, great jelly. Orange triple BC, big black box Chevy. Crank my car, she big humming. Rim so big, you can see me coming. Prime time quick, we get money. Stay iced up like TV Johnny. Cream on the inside, clean on the outside. Cream on the inside, clean on the outside. Cream on the inside, clean on the outside. Ice cream paint job. Ice cream paint job. Cream on the inside, clean on the outside. Cream on the inside, clean on the outside. Cream on the inside, clean on the outside. Ice cream.
We back. I swear to God, major. Let's get it.
I'm still fly, I'm sky high. I dare anybody to try to cut my wings. I'm still pulling out the phantom and these haters can't stand them, nigga. I'm still doing my thing. I'm still fly, I'm sky high. I dare anybody to try to cut my wings. I'm still shutting cities down every time I come around, nigga. I'm still doing my thing. I'm still
Clean in this bitch. I'm feeling myself. Goddamn, a nigga rich. And every time I touch it, guaranteed to be a hit. And when them checks come, guaranteed to be a split. I'm flyer than an invitation, like I'm the information. Toronto's the way. I'm glad y'all been waiting patient. But I'm hearing now these niggas is old news. I mix the cocaine powder with the Pro Tools. Yeah, crap, that's just how I double back. Yeah, Rapico jeans bleeding on them white Air Max. And these niggas keep asking me when you gon' drop. Why the fuck you still harassing me? When that's gon' stop? I guess it's when my album's selling in the stores. And they saying, damn, I used to know the boy. Now I barely see him. And them little kids wanna be him. He a star now, look up, you probably see him.
fly, I'm sky high and I dare.
Sorry.
If I were to die murdered in cold blood tomorrow, would you feel sorrow, show love, or would it matter? Could never be the lead off batter if ain't shit for me to feed off. I'm seesaw battling, but there's way too much at stake for me to be fake. There's too much on my plate. I done came way too far in this game to turn and walk away and not say what I got to say. What the fuck you take me for? A joke? You smoking crack? Before I do that, I beg Mariah to take me back. I get up before I get down, run myself in the ground before I put some whack shit out. I'm trying to smack this one out the park. 5,000 mark. Y'all steady trying to drown the shark. Ain't gonna do nothing but piss me off. Lid to the cannon with bags, just twist me off. See me leap out, pull a piece out. Fuck shooting, I'm just trying to knock his teeth out. Fuck with me now, bitch, to see you freestyle. Talk is cheap, motherfucker. If you really feeling frog asleep,